that's what it looks like Karas is going to opt into here because it's going to be good for mid-game team fighting. There's a lot of peel here. You can get a little bit of prio mid early. Brion need to control Drakes in this game. Make sure that this Heimerdinger doesn't get out of control. Setup on the Drake is going to be so hard for Brion because running to Varus poke, excuse me.
Yep, and I think that Effort will have a fair bit of power in that early stage of the game. We'll see how they do as we hop onto the Rift for our first game of the day. 10 CS the difference. The Jhin actually laning very well alongside this Karma so far in the early game, but really not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to any advantages or anything like that. Bit of a gentleman's agreement between the two squads.
Yeah, you know, normally in the old days, a game state like this, we wouldn't start talking about how it's calm at 5 minutes. It's still pretty early, right? But with Lucian Nami and the level 3s we've seen all season long.
Okay, Peanut, right.
6.
Cease and desist is going to come in there as now Effort trying to get out. Chovy looking to make his way in. Lands the chains. Emperor's Divide is going to push him all the way under the turret, though. And the first blood will go to Peanut. Karas goes down as well. It's a double. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, Doran solo kills Morgan. Oh yeah, this is huge. Morgan going to dive into the pit as Peanut's very low. He's going to be taken out immediately. Eye is secured by Doran as he's now looking to try and get out. Not going to be able to do so as Permafrost comes in. So 2 kills for the secure of the Eye.
Both
opportunistic,
of them,
one could say.
Yeah, and both of them go to Morgan. So Gen.G felt like they had enough space here to actually pull this off. But Chovy isn't back to lane just yet. His TP, as I was mentioning, is just coming up, so he can't instantly go back. So we're going to watch this solo kill here. Yeah, like I mentioned, he's pretty low. And then, yeah, Counter-Strike here not going to do you any favors. Doran kills him with the ult.
Yeah. Doesn't flash, doesn't leap strike. Just don't really worry about it.
This is pretty well handled here from Karas. Stays to the top side of this turret, knocks Chovy back. Chovy's reaction time is so quick here, the timing of it also pulls him in. Trying to keep this wave in a nice spot here towards his turret.
Oh dear, okay.
Instant reaction there after he drops the ward. You'll pay that ward.
Absolutely. That's a high value ward. Yeah. Does immediately turn into money for Doran. But Morgan is going to say thank you for allowing me to keep my flash, Mr. Ward.
Yep.
As Peanut is just thinking about doing it again. Umpty clearing out vision. So they know exactly what's going on. Counter-Strike going to be used as now Peanut makes his way forward. The Grand Challenge has been issued. We'll see whether they can actually get it, and they do. But the Fiora already falls down, and Umpty.
And they will actually wrestle control away of this zone, have the Drake prio with a Heimerdinger. And BRO are really trying to set up these rushes where they punish somebody, but it's not that kind of comp yet, unless it's a Heimer.
Exactly right. Deadly Flourish is going to help lock Dolite down even further. Emperor's Divide comes in, but it's a little late to save the little Yordle. Karas just get interrupted. Peanut. Nice bit of damage there as Umpty's going to come on down.
Fiora up here topside, despite those kills going to Morgan, Doran is just outplaying him. He's a level down, and he's going to take this turret out and maybe even look for more.
Yeah, I think Morgan may be dead. As, all right, Counter-Strike does come in. The flash comes out, and he gets over the wall. All right, Doran, let's see whether you can chase him down. He'll settle for the ward, I guess, pretty quickly in favor of Gen.G right now. And they have one of these compositions that gets very powerful at about this stage of the game.
Yeah.
You know, 2 item spike for pays, very, very large. Chovy, as soon as he picks up his Zhonya's, extremely strong. As Umpty's going to get turned on there. Cease and desist, the chains will connect as well. The ult comes through from Delight, and that's going to help secure the kill as Pays picks it up. As BRO, they don't care about no dragons. They are going straight towards this Baron pit. We might be flipping for the game. I mean, right here,
what other
4 minutes.
What other choice do you have?
Precisely. Morgan's just dead, but BRO are on the Baron. They're not on the Baron anymore. They've left the Baron.
Run!
Spire Shield comes through as Chovy is hurting them. What? Goodbye, Chovy. Flashes out, says, I don't want to fight 4 people by myself.
There's a lot of CC, and there wasn't really a great way for the rest of the team to follow him without also expending their flashes there. It would have been risky. They would have to use their cooldowns. And the turn could have been there where, you know, you have Umpty and Karas ulting, Henna flourishes, he can do damage from a really far ways away, so
certainly going to get destroyed as Peanut. Deadly Flourish does land, Vault Breaker onto Umpty trying to get some work done here, but doesn't really work. Arctic Assault, very similar to Voltbreaker, and was utilized nicely there to lock him down. But he's still above 50% health. Umpty cannot boast the same thing as he just explodes. The Vi picks him up, cease and desist. Going to be used onto Karis. It's a double kill already for the jungler. Chovy picks up one. And now Doran and Morgan fighting once again. The lunge comes through. 3 kills for Gen G. They'll go to the Baron. Making sure, because of course, it's a best of 3, right? You know, if you get enough information on the weaknesses of your opposition in game 1, use that to win games 2 and 3. I'd say it's 100% worth it.
Ana gets blue side, maybe he gets to play Lucian.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Chovy looking to dash out of the way of this one. 4 members are here, but he goes golden. Azonya's going to be employed beautifully. The Varus picks up the Azir on the back end, and Chovy is still alive. He connects another chain onto Umpty. It's a double kill for Pays. Henna is running for his life, but the challenge has been issued, and it's not even much of one of those. Gen G will now barrel down mid lane. And I don't know who you're going to vote for as far as POG. Maybe it's Peanut?
Yeah.
Probably Peanut.
It's Peanut. I put him down. I mean, he had such a great early game, and his shot calling around those early vision setups he had were so good.
He's 6-1 and 4 as well. The man is very, very strong as Gen G roll over the top of BRO in game number 1.
A lot, and then occasionally accidentally kill people on team fights.
That's kind of how it felt to me as well. You can see Karis did the majority of his damage in the early game. From that point on,
I think he's going to play a Kali Atlas.
I think it's the most. Oh, never mind. I like how we're getting excited.
That one.
We're getting excited about Corki Azir.
I know.
Oh my God, it's Corki Azir. Together. Interesting stuff. Let's hop on to the rift. In a bit of the Corki, but good to see it. Peanut's going to make his way over though, as Karis is going to shift some sand, get himself out of the way. Absolutely fine. Uses a chunk of his mana.
Aggressively pressure this Maokai.
Well, twisted advance for Umpty. That control ward just being a little bit frustrating, I guess. Peanut gets the ping down.
And we jest, but this is Fred Brian putting a lot of pressure on. Umpty comes over here, deals with that control ward, trying to shove Chovy out of lane here.
Both of those things were true. Alright, Grenade will connect. A lot of damage onto Effort here as level 5 was hit, and oh, the last B will connect. And that is going to be first blood going over to Delight, as Delight is now just going to stand in front of Pays, soak all of these bullets. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that little hat. Oh, man. Does not care. Yeah, mainly because they're calling their bottom lane up. You can see Henna actually walked away from that turret, assuming that Pays was going to make his way back. But no, he's towards this mid lane. BRO setting up for it. Morgan, great Narbar right now as the Nature's Grasp comes in. Gen G are just going to turn though and immediately get rid of the Gnar. He can't even go Mega. Poor Morgan. As teleport towards that bottom lane, Henna got 1 turret plate. It's not a massive amount, and Chovy now just going to come back and grab even more farm.
Yep. Rift Herald probably going to be given to him too. Just want to accelerate the Corki as fast as possible. We're going to have to leave you out to dry.
Well, there's an ulti from Doran. Going all out into Morgan here as Peanut will dive forward, finds himself the Cyclone. Morgan's running for the hills. We'll see whether Doran's got enough dashes to chase after him. The Mega Gnar is coming in relatively soon. Dash number 1 comes through. Q1 comes through as well.
Gnar coming up.
Yeah, all right, there it is. Bunch of health back and ring around the rosy. Successful. The Lord himself will not die in this one.
Easiest lane to dive because, you know, you've got a Azir with flash in mid, so tough to actually set the Herald up there, so they went for the greedy play for the easy Herald money for Doran, but he actually holds it off for now. Now that the Narbar is done, though.
If at first you don't succeed, Wolf, you try, and you try again.
Peanut has flash. Might not need it.
Morgan may just die. He's gonna do the same thing again. He's doing the same thing again.
Morgan's really loving the Year of the Rabbit with all these hops, man.
Absolutely is. Umpty's going to throw the Nature's Grasp through. There it is, one more time. As the bullet, oh, Pays! He did it for you! Why could you not do it for him as Morgan dies to the turret at the top? I don't know what shenanigans are going on up there.
Top 13 anime betrayals.
Oh yeah, as Pays is now going to try and fight Umpty, but it's not going to work. He's going to get Brambly smashed. I can see it, there it is. I told you, and it happens. Gen.G should be able to use this package in order to lock down this Drake, but no, Umti's going to steal it away. Cyclone doing a lot of damage there to Karis. Emperor's Divide does come through as Chovy delivered a package to them, but now Nature's Grasp to come down yet again. Peanut diving forward one more time, but the Heimerdinger's already dead, and BRO are winning the fight. Oh my goodness! Pace is popping off though, and that is going to be the win, the triple kill in the end.
And he dodges the sapling cherry on top. 4 kills for the Varus now. And this is the Pace we've heard so many stories about. Just wait and see.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, he's got that one, and Cole completed as well. Tier coming through, so Muramana will be the next item of choice.
Well, there is the all-out onto Morgan. His Nabar is relatively high, but he's not going to be able to use it. That is going to be Peanut picking up the kill, and this top lane is going from bad to worse for BRO.
Yeah, he's so far away from that Cole too. Purchased it.
It's going down extraordinarily quickly. This could just be Soul Point as there we go. Emperor's Divide is going to try and push them away as BRO look for the escape. But Doran, he can take anyone out of this fight, and he will pull Karis over. 2 of them already dead. Karis follows suit. And now Henna is running for the hills. Morgan also, he's very used to trying to escape as his former teammate is bearing down on him. The Gnar is going to come through though as he tries to crush himself away. And it looks like he will do so. Doran also going to struggle here as that bullet. Of course, but they may not necessarily need to as Gen.G is just going to wander towards the Baron. And yes, BRO, know that this is happening, but Gen.G might just be able to stick to this one and just lock it down. Nature's Grasp to come forward here from Umti. Let's see if that can actually stop any of this from happening as the curtain call is going to come in. Emperor's Divide is flashed by Pace so beautifully, and immediately he just punishes. Doran's going to be taken down as well though, as it's a 1-for-1 in the end. Low health bars on Gen.G means they don't want to go back in.
Doran's like, man, this guy might steal my POG away.
Well, Henna could just be dead here. He hasn't really been playing much of the game. Outside of this one moment. He's been some bullets from off screen, but that's about it. So, a bit of a sad welcome to doing stuff. Picking on the Fredabreon weakness, which is that indecisiveness, which is not being able to make the risky plays as Umti caught in a very predictable position. The all-out comes in, Peanut secures the Drake, and then they take down the tree as well. Oh dear, Gen.G really starting to roll over this one. Oh man, do you reckon he plays his Moonraker Elite?
Maybe.
Or is he an odd job player? You know?
He lets his opponents play odd job and then still beats them.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, Peanut gonna get spotted. Doesn't hit the ward. He instead decides he wants to go in 1v2. And you can't really blame him as he's extraordinarily strong. Ludens is complete here for Chovy as, oh, the knockup! Morgan is going to be able to find Peanut though, and I think he should die. No, never mind. Peanut's immortal. Umti's going to go down extraordinarily low. BRO are so far behind, they could land everything, and it doesn't even seem to matter. I don't think it will, but imagine if this works, Wolf.
Well, I watched a lot of crazy stuff like that yesterday, so I don't have to imagine too hard, you know?
Look at these kitty cats in the brush. Umti can just... I mean, he puts down a control ward. He can get in there. There's the Nature's Grasp. Gen.G vacate the area.
Do they flip? No, they say no.
Yeah, they're not.
So one specific team could learn from this, but, you know.
BRO do get in there, but Doran, I mean, he now knows that the pajama tree is behind him, and now Umti's by himself. I have a feeling he will die. He's trying his best to run away, and yeah, he's real dead. Doran's going to pick that one up, and now Gen.G move back to the Baron. It was a cute idea. You saw the thought process, it didn't work, and now Gen.G will probably get Baron and win the game.
It's the Umti long con play, you know? We've seen it before, it's worked before. It's worked a lot, actually, believe it or not. But in this case, Gen.G just say, no, I'm not going to risk it. He ulted, back off,
Someone should tell KT about what just happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One team can learn from this.
Yeah, there is definitely a team that could learn from this. They won't, because they have to break our brains at every opportunity. But this is definitely a good example of how you take an objective without having to risk anything if you have a huge lead. And Gen.G playing it beautifully, packing now in hand for Chovy.
Kars just disappears.
Yeah, he takes so much damage. Look for these rockets. Not a whole lot of them have been landing on... Oh my god, never mind. Okay, well, now Karis going to take, 1, 2. Chovy just hanging out, package, going to be taken away, thrown to the heavens. Doran taking a fair bit of damage here. Henna does still do a fair bit as, oh my god, these zoom-ins make it so scary. Oh god, okay, Curtain Call comes in, only one bullet goes out though as everyone's on the fountain. There is the flash to immediately follow, but it's not going to be enough. Karis finds a decent ulti as Paze goes golden on the fountain and survives as the Nexus is not so lucky. Genji, 2-0 over BRO. We'll check out the damage at the end of the game. Paze still managing to eclipse Chovy, who did almost get double of his opposition, but I think this game was all about Paze.
I mean, there's so much of the game Chovy just wasn't even in the team fights.
No, he just wasn't there. He just he was being a bit of a herbivore this time around.
You love to see it. You love to see Chovy trying to get his KD up there at the end, trying to get the
natural habitat. Natural habitat.
I just thought you protected the Gnar pick.
Whoa.
You thought you protected the Gnar pick. You banned the Renekton. You take away Doran's Fiora, and Genji are going to play around top side again. They are going to look to punish Klid and Kingen again. We have seen so many teams find an angle, and we saw the Aurelia mid just yesterday.
Players, some of those champions that do not have the escape says, guys, we're jumping onto the Rift already for game 1. But yeah, going to be pretty annoying to have that much priority on the bottom side.
Now, Zeka's laning the early parts of this Victor matchup extremely well, putting on the pressure with his E, and just kind of pushing Chovy repeatedly here with it, as you see here, using the Airy proc basically on cooldown to make sure that Chovy's under a lot of pressure. Klid utilizing this pressure extremely well, and we've seen Klid have a lot of problems actually in the early game in Sejuani matchups. Not as much the Maokai one as the Wukong, but he's actually utilizing that mid prio right now with the bottom side prio here to put pressure on Peanut. So good start for him here in this game. Not sitting back and watching, definitely getting involved early.
Especially because the Varus is going for lethality rather than an on-hit build. But will come down to the side laning, I think. As Viper might be in a little bit of trouble. They're actually going for life here as he does not have flash. He's just going to get sniped and killed, and we do have flash here for Viper, but he's just not even going to use it. He's like, well, I'm dead anyway. Let's just accept it, and that is a free double kill over to the side of Paze. It's what you talked about before, the follow-up gank. Just very simple and straightforward here for Genji.
Now they're trying to grab this Herald at least. Klid is alone on the top side of the map. Genji definitely aware of it. So during this Drake contest, quote-unquote, where Peanut stood nearby and Chovy kind of walked over. Okay, hold on.
We're going to get onto Paze here, but he does have cleanse, and now...
You're way up in the lane again! Peanut's got ult!
Yeah,
I've seen this one before.
Oh, wait, are we just rolling back the same clip? They both have flash, though. So this time it will be a bit different. Very nice harass, at least you could say, and a couple of the summoners will be burned.
Was a great start to that trade, but he actually does lose out in the end. We'll have to catch this wave.
I think it definitely depends on who's there. As speaking of which, a lot of players here for HLE esports, and this time Chovy does have to be respectful, as he did not have any ward coverage, and the ult from life is what is going to put the nail in the coffin.
Really great. Making value out of nothing, basically, in this game. And we haven't been looking at it, but I just want to give him credit. As here comes another gank.
Okay, the wave is going to be cleared very nicely from Zeka. That's going to give them a great chance to survive, as the arrow did come through as well, and Genji are totally stopped here on the dive. So HLE esports, a great response. What, at first, I thought they didn't see coming. They were very prepared for that. So now we have a follow-up fight here. Chovy is going in. He's kind of low on health, but that's fine, because he's got so much support from the river. HLE just running away as the Paze shots ring true from the river.
Klid.
Now he's just going to flash in. That's a free piggy kill. Chovy gets the double, and he's looking for a little bit more, but life is going to back away. And like you said, Wolf.
But he's just so mobile. He has his Blade of the Ruin King, and he's got a lot of minions to operate around here, and he's next to a Victor. Once again.
Okay, this is actually a 2v1 as Paze is just dead. Very far up the lane. He was just backing there. That was kind of confusing, and HLE will take the free kill. Deal with that. Just going to push that away as the ult will come out here. A couple ults thrown in from Klid as well. Kingan's got a really nice angle from the top side, but they're just going to collapse onto him as the spread is fantastic from Genji. Klid's just left with nothing to ult, as the smite will ring true here from Peanut. As will the shots from Paze on the backside. Doran is very tanky already. as lethality is not doing much to the amount of armor that he has stacked already.
And Clid needs to be really quick on punish plays on this Irelia. Look at them rotate up here now with this Ashe arrow in tow.
And look at this, a gank from the jungler in the bottom lane at this point in the game as they're trying to get on top of Chovy. Chovy's like, what the hell are you doing? I am so lethal. You put it best, Wolf, as Kingen is just dying, and now they're going to use everything onto Chovy. They should eventually take him down now, as they have many members. Kingen actually got away from this, as it's a nice read from Gen Z. There's not a lot of Baron pressure right now from Homolife Esports, so they try to go for a kill onto Kingen. Didn't quite pan out, but they do push him out.
They push him out here, and we do see Pays comes over. Could try to look for the snipe. He's going for it.
Okay. Little hopperoonie as some vision comes in with the blue trinket. And he snipes him! Oh, man!
That's my Pays. There we go.
That one really paid off, Wolf.
Yeah, there's the star power shining through. The Drake spawn time kind of ticking down. They have set up here, and Homolife on the wrong side of the map. This could get nasty.
Yeah, Maokai ultimate just to push them away as Doran is looking for the engage, and a couple of them are bunched up in Jovi's, but Meganar does come through. King's getting a nice knock up, and the stopwatch is going to buy so much time for Jovi. Can he survive, though? As over the wall, Viper and Zeka are just putting so much damage as they do eventually take down Jovi, but it is traded for the Homolife Esports jungler.
It's like Doran's
Life free gun. Well, he's just dead. Doran just going to pick up a free kill. His life has just kind of been food so far.
Just take your trade and walk out. As, a sniper on the hunt.
Mom, get the camera.
Oof! Oh, and Viper just a second. If they identify the angle he's taking.
Yeah. The turn here from Gen G, pretty excellent. When you do have the Maokai and the Cassante for engage, as well as the Irelia. There is the Nature's Grasp coming out over the wall as Doran is just zoning them away, and Jin is going to get the Baron, as this is a very broken fight. Kingen and Clid, again, just left to the wolves, as Chovy and Doran are just hunting this squishy backline. What is going on here? They're just left out to dry, as Homolife are literally being hunted for food right now. Chovy looking for the Zeka kill, won't get it. Life once again, a tasty snack for the Cassante. And Genji just gonna rip them to shreds.
Yeah, it was basically unwinnable. Chovy and Peanut up here at the front. Peanut gonna tank this turret with no minions. It doesn't really take damage, but here come the Baron buff. The minions, the TP, actually gonna get some serious value here. For Doran showing up, but also for the turret. So many of these minions just going to crash through, and this may just simply be Genji ending the game. No vision whatsoever for Homolife Esports, no map control.
And they just cannot do damage to this front line of Genji at this point in time. Big Gnar ultimate into the wall. It's going to buy a lot of time here for Homolife Esports, as maybe Genji have overstepped their bounds, and it looks like they're going to take that turret and take it a bit slower after that one. Here comes something onto, okay, well, they're not going to get the kill onto Chovy.
So unfortunate that the Void Staff Victor actually dies early in this fight. With him surviving, potentially they could have actually done a lot more damage there and actually chased harder. Clid wants more. Be careful about this.
Yeah, they're just not a team yet.
Yeah.
Homolife Esports needs some time as they are coming forward. They do get the kill onto Heimerdinger, as it doesn't seem like Genji really care here, as Doran are going over the wall. 1 second's just gone, as that is a huge chunk of damage immediately just taken away from the side of Homolife Esports. That is just so much of their late game damage, and now they just don't have it anymore. As now the inhibitor is going to go down. As Genji's comp has punished, and it has played out very well for them. They do take the inhibitor down, but a little bit of a chase here from Meganar and the rest of Homolife Esports. As Kingen, he really wants it here, as the house is going to hit Pays, and the ult is going to hit the 2 tanks, it looks like. Well, Chovy tanky enough. He is going to go down eventually, though, as Doran is being chipped away. Eventually will go down as well, and the kite here from the Ashe is enough, actually, for Homolife Esports to push Genji off of them. Didn't necessarily need to stay that long.
Yeah, a little bit of green. Now run home and defend the Nexus turret.
Good enough, I suppose. Genji trying to take out this open mid inhibitor now.
Can't kill Chovy, but now you have to kill him twice.
They're cutting this out. Chovy is going way too far, as the Chaos Storm is on top of him. He's just eating so much of this damage. He's going to get pretty low there. And the snipe, 1370. is enough to take out Life. The poor support Ashe in this game is just eating it today.
Yeah, she really is.
As, Doran still going to be on the front line. He is incredibly tanky, especially with that shield coming through, as eventually King will go down, and now the squishy underbelly of this comp from Homalife Esports, as he is going to get the GA away. But that is just about it. Chovy is not going to go down. That's going to be game number 1 here in 36 minutes for Gen G. They had a lot of fun with this one, but they got the win in the end, and that's really what matters. 30 kills in total, as Gen G will take game number 1.
And Gen G, there was some fun moments in this game, but I think Peanut ruling the early game, truly, on the bottom side, shutting Viper and Life down with those 2 big ultimates.
Yeah.
A little bit more disengaged, very vulnerable, though.
Should be pretty nice, especially with all the dashes on the side of Gen G. You just throw some rocks down, and you are going to be so annoying in team fights. Like Lucian can't go for executes. Azir is going to have trouble getting into the fights. Wukong as well. Fiora as well. It's just, I think it's a great pick overall. I know Pace is in this game, but you know. Either way, guys, we do have game number 2. Let's jump onto the Rift. We'll see if it pays off for him. Here comes the, that is a extremely common trade that we see here with Azirs against non-mobile AP carries.
Yeah, mid laners who do not have any sort of dash or escape are going to be vulnerable to the level 6. So you see it every time. Try to force a flash. Chovy gets it. And, you know, we'll be ready for the objective fight, depending on when they take it with that ultimate back up online.
Uh-oh, that's a knockback. No riposte available for Doran as he is being hunted down, as now the Grand Challenge comes out, but it feels a bit late. We'll see if he can trade this back. He's got that other dash as the chase comes in, and Kingen going to get riposted at the end and actually beats him all the way down the lane as Kingen is not able to get the kill. And now, with no ghost available, Kingen is just
and he gives
for
the kill
Fiora.
to Doran as well.
Yep. Perfectly handled.
Oh man, the flash from Doran, last possible second. So well played from him. The perfect dash is there too, with the Grand Challenge late.
Oh, level 6 here. Hit for Pays. This might be a little bit risky, but they are just going to click onto the Lucian, and the fact that Delight is not able to hit level 6 means that they cannot push him back. Viper nearly dies.
Still hanging out. Look,
Nothing against.
Don't diss other regions on our show. You could do it off camera, okay, with me in our private time. But officially, we love the LCS liver.
Yeah, they're great. They are.
Gen G, by the way, just wrestling control of this Drake extremely well. Pays using his ult, not getting a ton of damage there. Gonna contest one more
time. Burst! Nope. Goes to the Wukong. As over the wall he goes, but Peanut is stunned by the rocks. And that's exactly what the Celia brings in, as now Viper goes straight over the wall into the face of Pays, and Delight is going to zap Delight. No, it's a new day.
Oh, okay, so it resets. All right, cool.
Okay, here comes a massive dive. The roam potential from the Talia showing off as Delight. This time it's him. That's a massive bubble. Buys a lot of time, but they were a bit zoned.
Just showing off his mechanics. I mean, if we weren't outnumbered, I would have absolutely turned this with this bubble. But I'm kind of mixed on it because I'm scared for Zeka.
No rocks on the ground, as no flash is going to help you here, Zeka, as the rocks come now, but a little bit too little too late. Free food for the Peanut Wukong.
That was really well played from Peanut, wrapping around there. If you proc it with a Lucian W or something like that, you'll feel amazing, but that's not always going to happen. It's not always realistic. Peanut, hello?
He just, he thought those were his allies, I guess. He is going to survive, as in goes Viper. He is angry, and he is looking for blood, as they will dive here with the Vi. That is a double kill for our Zeri, who is now 3-0.
Yeah, it's hard to certify it.
Stamp it? No?
I'll stamp it, all right.
Okay.
All right, we'll get it. But Zeri now massively ahead in this game. Lucian's taken off the map here, and this is a huge swing back after losing out on Zeka on the bottom side of the map. He's just going to be free farming down there.
This teleport is very interesting. Just going to give up bottom lane and push Kingen out. So they're essentially trading turrets as they will look at the top turret here, as in goes the Vi once again. That massive, by the way, it is Chemtech Soul again, as Delight is going to get away because of Chemtech Soul. Yes, I love it. Just really, really happy about that. the Vi just totally countered by one plant. Either way, Gen G is coming in, and now they're going to have a nice engage. Clit is low, life is low, Viper has no front line, and he will get dunked on by the Cyclone as Dorn is on the chase, and once again we have a broken fight. The two tanky members actually coming in here. Chovy dodges the Q3, and he is going to not get the kill onto Zeka as we are just going way off the map, really making Jonah Strong do his job.
Doran?
Yeah, might as well.
Doran's diving the fountain at 18 minutes. With his teleport down, Hanwha Life Esports is too timid to take this, and I think, frankly, even with Zeri on 2 items here, Lucian's caught up. You don't need to force, but you don't have a good side laning option here either. So you're kind of trapped in the LCK phrase of rock and hard place as Hanwha right now. And this is where the Vi doesn't have utility.
Quite literally. I mean, they're trying to get on top of the Fiora here as Dorn is going to be isolated, just Cassante things as he goes miles away from the team.
Dorn is a big Hanwha Life fan. He's trying to join the squad maybe this game.
A little bit.
Now it's a 5v4.
Ooh, nice look there as they did spot the Wukong coming out of the jungle.
Kangen is not here, but does have TP, so he can come straight back in after healing up. There's a control ward for him to jump to right in the front of this pit. There he comes.
Just gonna play it slow here. Well, I say that. Lid's gonna press the advantage as in they go. Chovy has to go to a stopwatch. The 4v5 for Gen G does not pay off as he engaged very clean from the side of Hanwha Life Esports.
Pay off. He did it again.
I think at the moment, Kangen's doing a pretty good job of matching Doran in the side lane. Doran did just hit level 16, and he is, just hovering around this fight. It seems like Gen G are actually going to commit to a team fight, or at least challenge here. They are posturing for it. Again, as we mentioned, they don't have to do this, but seems like they want to.
Zeka's so far back in this fight, going to try to cut them off.
It's a nice wall. It's going to cut them off for now, but in goes Chovy and sweeps in 3! Is it enough is the question. Is the damage there? Pace is going to get on the front line now as the grand challenge is not enough. Down he goes, and Pace is a little bit too close to the sun, perhaps. He will get that 1 kill, but Clid and Zeka looking to try to clean up here, and Pace is so low. He will have to flash away from this one, so Hanwha Life Esports barely gonna hang on and take that fight down.
If Zeka's collapsed upon right afterwards, it's not a winnable fight, right? So Viper gotta be careful. They gotta watch Chovy. He's got so many angles he can threaten with.
He got CC'd to death after just only hitting Cassante the last time. So Chovy, even though he got the ult, is gonna have to get a bit more as a massive double knock-up, and Chovy is just gone as I immediately caster curse him. And a fantastic play comes out from Hanwha Life Esports. This is what you gotta do. You set up around the big objective, you force Gen G to team fight you, and you can take the wins.
They know that Chovy wants to go for that angle. They know he wants to slide across and look for the ult, and Zeka grabs him.
I don't know what's going on here. Doran just decided maybe to give a little gift on over. He does not have Spellbook, and he is just probably going to die. He is going to run away for quite a while as here comes Viper. The riposte is good, but eventually
he's gonna buy some time here, which
I mean,
is my caster way of saying
okay.
He does die, but the real hero in this fight is Zeka, right? Who ends up grabbing Chovy on the edge there. Doran sticks around, just wearing down on this turret.
Kangen doing a great job of putting on the pressure in the bottom side, making this very annoying. Peanut gets stunned and he misses the knock-up and immediately just gets nuked by the Taliyah, and that is the power of this pick into so many dashes. Down will go Doran. We look to be going to a game number 3 as Viper. He wants this to make this about him.
The second you try to go in like that, you are punished by this Taliyah. Why this push is so oppressive. Peanut hopes for the hero play. He comes up empty, and I think we are going to that 3rd game, although heroic attempt here from Paze.
See if they can push in this one. Chovy is alive, and that is going to be a big issue for them in terms of pushing. Paze will barely survive as in goes Chovy. He's going to get a massive sweep, catches one. Zonya's the other. He's got Pace here doing damage as well, and Viper can't end the game as he's going to get the kill onto Pace, but immediately goes down, and a triple kill to the Azir.
Gotta be decisive. You're going to get Baron on spawn here.
They have so much damage with the Zeri, but it doesn't look like Gen G want to give them an opportunity to take this down. They can't zone away Peanuts.
Chovy on the edge. Can't break that crown. That's massive. So close to it, but not quite enough.
Zeka,
TP for the split push.
Here we go. Trying to interrupt it. Gen G are just sprinting for it as Zeka is just sailing on in. And the double TP should be enough. They stop the backs of Gen G. They bait them into the team fight, and that is going to do it. Hamalife Esports will take down the Nexus and force a game 3.
And yeah, look at the damage. Zeka doesn't do as much long-term damage, but his presence in these fights, the threat of that shove, really hurts the Wukong pick here from Peanut. Doran with some overextension, some over-aggressive moments. This is so much greed if you take this Kassadin pick here, because you're playing against Nazir, who is the pushing, punishing player in the LCK and Chovy. He's going to take the edges that Azir has in the early game of this matchup and punish you hard, non-stop, constant pressure, and you have a Wukong to follow up. Zeka's going to have a lot of trouble in the early game, and you're going to have control of bottom, so there's a lot of prio there.
Either way, let's hop onto the Rift and find out.
But you had the Callista, which is a pushing lane, like the one that Viper and Life are trying to run.
Guys.
I mean, there's a lot of damage at this level 1, but not going to be the value that we're looking for.
Interesting. I guess really trying to get some deep wardage early. Make sure that this lane can get... Ooh, that was close as well. Paige is probably like 2 seconds off his W there. Fortunately for him, there is a ward.
Yeah.
And now there's another ward. Very nicely done, and that's going to start off with the Ghost here as he is trying to force this flash out of Doran. And there it is. That's what happens when you try to hop away and you get knocked up by Q3.
Yeah, the timing of that perfect for Kingen.
He doesn't have a refillable to wash it down with. I think his mouth might be a little bit dry after that biscuit. As here we go. Ghost popped once again. Kane going in for the dive. Doran in a bit of trouble as he does not have his flash back up. This is looking pretty elementary, as that will be the first blood given over to Kingen in the solo kill, as no snipe comes out from Viper onto Delight.
Yeah, Peanut really wants to ult and turn this and punish this plate attempt, but look at the damage.
Just kind of walked up and almost died as the culling comes out here. Viper in a little bit of trouble. Viper's
Positioning, trying to grab this plate, is perfectly out of range of Peanut's Flash Cyclone, because he wants to Flash Cyclone and kill Viper here and punish him.
He has to be so careful. Okay. Because, I mean, arrow and flash could happen. Looks like he's not going to flash, just going to charge it up, and Pays will respect.
Yeah, it's not a faker triple kill. That's the one thing that's different is, you know, we did see some trade back in that game yesterday with T1, where Gumacaria had some skirmishes. It's, okay, this time Doran's going in.
And the flash is down, and it doesn't matter anyway. Doran is just getting kind of rocked up here. Kingen is back in form for this game, and Doran does not know what to do.
Yeah, he went in deep and got punished.
Tidal wave, though. Very nice. Viper does not care, as the arrow will hit, and Pays just barely going to survive.
Klid is here.
Life are destroying them. Like, this is insane.
Yeah, this is... I don't know what to say, guys. Pays has to cleanse.
Yeah, cleanse. I mean, Viper could have even tried to go for a flash. I mean,
this
is right there.
This is a turret, unless they TP Chovy.
Okay, Peanut comes down, gets a couple of flashes, but guess who's here? It's Zeka. He's already on the roam. He doesn't have to teleport. He's got Ignite. Yeah. I mean, if they want to fight, they are ready to throw down.
Big plate gold.
Oh, Pays has to... Okay, I mean... Yeah, that's some Lucian gameplay right there. I mean, that's the only way to describe it. He just dashes one way, Gale forces the other way. He's totally fine.
It's just like, please give me all the pieces. Oh,
Ignite, guess what? Okay. Gonna be forced to use that. Looks like Zeka was on cooldown as Kingen's going in. I don't know about that one, but he's looking for the kill. He nearly gets Doran, who goes into the mini-gnar right at the end, and that was a little bit scary.
And by the way,
탑 잡은 것 같아.
and I think I got him.
너만 조심하면.
If we're careful. It's kind of a thank God sound is what that means, but he doesn't have a lot of power on that bottom side.
Okay, that was denied. The hop is kind of funny as, okay, that's a lot of CC though, as Peanut will follow up. Life goes down once again. Second Cyclone is huge, and Zeka doesn't quite have the damage just yet to follow up on this one. Gen G find an excellent fight, as it looked like Doran got caught, but no, he was just baiting him in.
Doran with an R-bar buys so much time. Peanut comes over. It's basically this weird slow wombo combo of CC, And now, valuable gold here on this turret. We're going to see a TP.
I guess that will be enough, but Gen G, they got themselves back in the game with that one. P's also picking up a kill. I don't know, a little bit split, but either way.
I'm going to give Peanut credit for that. You know, Peanut and Doran knowing they could turn that, because a lot of teams also just let Doran die there and are like, ooh, this is too rough. But
why 5v5 on the second Rift Turtle, though? It's like my question. As the arrow is going to hit in the back line, Doran has to flash away from the chains of corruption. Both sides have a decent amount of CC, but Helma Life more so, as Clid in the front line will get that ult onto Peanut, who nearly will survive, nearly gets sniped as Pace goes in. Not sure about that, buddy.
Kingan's
very, very far forward, and Kingan is an unkillable guy.
He wanted to ultimate to the
Oh,
pit.
nice from Doran. Gets over the wall, gets the Kassadin as well, as they're trying to lock down Zeka, and they will. And Kingan will also go down. Doran just immediately gets spanked in lane, doesn't matter, pulls it immediately back in the next two team fights.
Zeka can sit inside. Look at where he is on the map right now. He's pushing all the way to the inner turret top side with some shadowing here from Kingan. So he has the protection. He can just warp over.
Will Doran die is the question. It is 3-on-2, and Peanut's doing a pretty decent job on the Kingan, as now Peace will get over here first. Nice knock up to stop the culling. Not going to matter, as Peanut will survive, and they take down Kingan.
Is to use these Ash arrows and hawk shots.
It's going to be difficult. Life is just melted as he has to flash away from this one. Clid has to play the front line, as this is not really the messy fight you're looking for if you're Helma Life Esports. A lot of chip damage and poke available in the form of Azir and Lucian. As now, just like that, they're going to go straight onto this Baron. Zeka has Smite. He's going to be too late. Yeah, he's not going to get here on time.
And they get nothing with Kingan on the side, unfortunately. It's Krugs. Krugs for Baron. But they can't commit to this fight without any sort of control, and with life being pushed back there. Gen G just kind of using their setup and their turn and their lead here to group around objectives, not take them.
So Pace has Cleanse, and also Delight has Mikhail's. So
yeah,
you got to use that CC, but you got to use it a lot. It's got to be a bunch, as Peanut can solo Zeka still.
The Mikhails and the Cleanse here, this late in the game, you have those options. The longer the game goes on, the more difficult it can be. The arrow is already halfway back, or 2/3 back. Look at how quick it comes back, Valdez. It's level 11, but need to use it here to find a pick. Where's the follow-up?
Okay, well, Viper is gonna go down as, oh man, a double kill as Pace just gets in there and Zeka can't do anything. Just immediately melted as Clid is ulting the wave, I guess. Doesn't matter, as his team is just gone already. That is going to do it for game number 3. Gen G with triple Infernal and super fed Chovy alongside a Pace, who eventually hit his spikes and did insane amounts of damage. A little bit anticlimactic, but Gen G were in the lead the whole way since the mid-game, and they are going to take down this Nexus.
Doran with the claps, as he was the one who clapped in that game. So much tunnel on him. It really did seem, I mean, you could see it in the gold graph here, but it really did seem impossible at times, and man, what a turnaround. Doran, the hero, never got tilted. Chovy picks up the kills. This team plays so well together, and on the other side for Helma Life, you have a draft, you have a plan, and you execute the plan.